My name is Geeta Sani. Welcome to my channel. I am a certified mental health counselor, and I do practice mindful awareness every day. So today we are going to dive into the basics of mindful awareness, what it is, how it works, and why it is essential for everyday life. So right now, we are first going to start with the definition of what mindful awareness is. All right? Mindful awareness is a practice of bringing your full attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about being fully aware of where you are and what you're doing. So, for example, right now, where I am, I'm in my office. And what am I doing? I'm doing this video about mindful awareness for you. Right? And it's not about being overly reactive or getting overwhelmed by what's happening around me, right? I am trying here to be very present in this video with you, right? So mindful awareness is rooted in ancient practices that are thousands and thousands of years old, like meditation. But it has now been evolved and it applies to modern health therapies, right? And we can see that in a lot of mindful awareness in therapy, right? In teaching breathing exercises, in doing guided meditations from a lot of different apps that you may have seen. There is calm apps, right? For a lot of different types of meditation. There's Headspace, right? Like that are all really good at these different types of meditations and practices that are all associated with mindful awareness. Okay? So, what are some of the principles of mindful awareness? So, one of the biggest principles about mindfulness is being non-judgmental. And one of the things that you do when you start out with practicing mindfulness is just to observe and notice your thoughts and emotions, right? And in a non-judgmental way, right? Not labeling them as good or bad, right? So I'll give you an example, right? I firmly believe that there is no such thing as good or bad emotions or feelings, right? Like, so for example, if someone has passed away, right? And you're sad, is that bad? No. We're supposed to be sad when someone passes away, right? So it's not a bad emotion, right? If we are chronically in sadness for like years and years, that might be a problem. However, is it a bad emotion? No, right? If I am when someone passed away and I am happy, is that bad? Right? That's probably not great, right? So being happy in that moment, is that good or bad, right? So, right? We live very much in a gray, and so there's nothing really about emotions or feelings that are good or bad, right? So there's a lot of gray area, right? All right, going back to the principle of mindful awareness is being present and in the moment. It's one of the most important principles of being mindfully aware, right? Is the emphasis given to the importance of living in the now, right? Rather than being preoccupied, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that. No, I need to be here with you, right? So that is really important. And one of my favorite sayings from Kung Fu Panda um, is a master says it to Panda, um, is the past is history. The future is a mystery. Now is a gift. That is why it is called present. Okay, so moving on to the next principle of mindful awareness, acceptance. Mindful awareness helps us accept our experiences and we can't change the past, right? There's nothing that we can do to change the past. So acceptance is a very important space that we have to move in, right? So we have to accept all our experiences, even the challenging ones, without trying to change them, right? We can't change the past, so we can't do anything about it, right? So allowing that space and moving into that space of acceptance is really important. Sometimes this takes time, but we have to, once again, right, like one of the main principles of mindful awareness is patience. We have to be patient with ourselves, right? And so mindfulness teaches us to be patient with ourselves and our journey, right? Because it's going to take us some time, right? Let's actually move on to the everyday benefits of mindfulness awareness. So one of the main benefits that's constantly talked about is stress reduction, right? Practicing this every day will help reduce anxiety, stress, and it will allow individuals to detach from overthinking, right? But this, of course, comes with time. So, if you start practicing mindfulness tomorrow, right, you're not going to suddenly stop being anxious, right? Or you suddenly stop overthinking. It's like a muscle. You need to keep at it, right? So it also helps improve focus and clarity, where we practice being in the present. We can improve concentration, and we become more efficient at tasks. It increases and enhances emotional regulation, because that kind of awareness helps us manage our emotions better. We are not as impulsive. We because we're observing more, right? We're not as impulsive, and we don't react, we don't yell, we don't scream. And it's also, in general, actually better for physical health, right? Studies have shown that improves physical health by lowering blood pressure and improving sleep. So just a quick recap, right? Definition of mindful awareness: bringing your full attention to the present without judgment, right? I encourage you all to integrate mindfulness into your daily life. And start with something simple, like taking a few breaths, and to focus maybe on your surroundings. I encourage you to also subscribe to learn more about in-depth content of mindful awareness and mental health. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll guide you through a simple mindfulness breathing exercise to kickstart your journey. I'll see you then. Bye.